Welcome to Cognify, where we believe that clarity is the beginning of all progress. You can feel it, can't you? That quiet hum of pressure. There's this clock ticking somewhere, and it just feels like there isn't enough time. But what if there was? So just imagine, what if, in the next few minutes, we could give you a system, a way to take all that frantic energy and gently channel it into focused, effective preparation? Let's begin. The problem isn't that you don't want to succeed. Of course you do. It's just when we get overwhelmed, our first instinct is to retreat to what feels safe, right? We start revising the topics we already know, and yeah, it feels like progress, but it's a false sense of progress. While the real challenge is, they're just sitting there, untouched. Think about it. Trying to hold an entire semester's worth of information in your head at once, it's like trying to hold water in your hands. It just slips through. What we really need is a system that offloads all that storage, freeing up your mind to, actually think. Okay, so our first system is designed to do exactly that. We call it the core synthesis. And the way it works is, it's all about creating this profound clarity through one single, really powerful limitation. The real power of this idea, it's in the constraint. By limiting your space, you literally force yourself to decide what truly matters. You just can't hide in the details anymore. You have to confront the absolute essence of the subject. So here's how you do it. First, you gather everything, all your notes, all your books. Then you take one small page and you write down only what you would need if this was the only thing you could bring into the exam. So for STEM subjects, that's going to be your core formulas. For languages, it might be your essay structures and your strongest hooks. And this really gets to the heart of it all. Every single word on your core synthesis sheet has earned its place there. It's not just some summary. It's more like a map of your most vital knowledge. But here's the secret. You're going to memorize this sheet, and the moment the exam begins, you write it all down from memory onto a blank page. See what you just did? You've externalized all that core knowledge, and now you've freed up all this precious mental energy to solve the actual problems. All right, so now you've got your core, but with the clock ticking, where do you focus your energy? Well, our second system is all about studying smarter, not just harder. The key here is leaning into discomfort. It's so tempting to just default to what feels easy, right? But instead, you're going to spend the vast majority of your time, we're talking about 70%, on the topics you find the most difficult. And that other 30%, that's for a light review, just to keep everything fresh. And finally, we get to exam day. All that amazing preparation can be completely undone by a mind that isn't ready to perform. So System 3 is all about making sure you walk in warmed up and psychologically centered. Just think about it for a moment. How do you usually start exam day? Do you just roll out of bed and rush to the exam hall, your brain still feeling cold? Or do you prepare for a performance, kind of like an athlete before a big race? This is what we call the morning primer. You're going to wake up early and you do a practice paper that you've already set aside. Now, this isn't about cramming. It's a warm-up. It's about getting your brain into the right gear, so when that real exam starts, you're already in the zone, already in a state of flow. But even with the best systems in the world, that quiet little voice of doubt can creep in, can it? That feeling that, I should have done more. So what do we do with that feeling? You accept it. And listen, this isn't about defeat. It's a strategy. Stressing about the time you don't have, it's not going to help you. But accepting the reality of your situation, that allows you to focus all of your energy on what you can do, right here, right now. So this kind of invites us to shift our goal, doesn't it? It's no longer about getting a perfect score. It's about giving your absolute best effort with the time that you have. Because true growth, that doesn't happen in the victory. It happens in the striving. Okay, let's put it all together. Here is your clear, actionable timeline for the next 24 hours, your battle plan. So it all starts 24 hours out. That's when you create your core synthesis sheet. From there, you're going to spend your time using strategic focus. Then, on exam day, you execute the morning primer, and you walk into that room with a primed mind, totally ready. It's simple, it's clear, and it's incredibly effective. So, what's the big takeaway here? It's really just 3 systems. First, you create a core synthesis to force that clarity. Second, you apply strategic focus to work on what really matters. And third, you cultivate a primed mind to perform at your absolute best. This is how you turn pressure into precision. So the only question left is, what will you do with the clarity you've just found? As always, this is Cognify, with you on the path to mastery.